Good afternoon, y'all. I'm back again. Some people call me poet, some people call me prophet. My presentation name is not for sale. It's a gift God gave us, man. You can't put a price on it. Take all them names, throw them away. They don't mean anything. The only name I want you to remember on this platform is the characteristic of Jesus, the knowledge of the universe of God. And that's the names I want you to remember. Where I leave now. God told me one day, he said, look, God laughs at those who make plans. And I'm saying that to say this reason. You know, I had some things that I had to do today, and none of them worked out the way I wanted them to work out, but they worked out for my best interest. And when the thing didn't work out, the particular teacher that I'm sitting up under me, he said, what do you think all that was trying to show you? Because he wasn't bothered with what was lost. He said, you know, he says, I see a lot of potential in you. And he says that I want you to be aware. What did that try to show you, that situation? He said, don't worry about it. He says, I'm going to call in some people that know how to take care of that situation. He said, but I want you to be aware of this. So sometimes in life situations arrive to expose things that you cannot see. And it's funny because, you know what I'm saying, the man, you know, I was looking for him to be judgmental, and God's mercy came out through the man. And like I told you, you get what you give. You understand what I'm saying? And God is seeing everything. When people are talking about you in different rooms, God hears everything that's being said. You know what I'm saying? So when you actually really in his divine alignment, you understand, he's going to work some things out for you before you get there. So the whole point was, and I got blessed. I mean, blessed in a way that I never even see coming. You understand what I'm saying? And he told me, he says, listen, he says, you're doing a good job. You understand here? He said, you keep going up, doing what you're doing, but that does not shatter your integrity at all. He says that, you know, he says, just when you come by yourself. You know what I'm saying? God took that stomach block and moved it right out of the way. You know what I'm saying? What God wanted me to see, I don't have to share that with you on this platform. But now I see, you understand, what he was trying to talk about. My mother used to say, all closed eyes ain't sleep, and all goodbyes ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? And so, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you will come up against things in life, and that's the benefit, you know, of walking with God. It's because God, you know, and it says, he says in his word, God even says in his word, and he says this in the word, you understand, is that, and he says in his word, he says that anything that rise up against that which is, that he got his hand on, you understand what I'm saying? He said that will actually, you know, it's not your fight. Don't try to struggle with it. And I wanted to react in a lot of different ways, but I just didn't. And what happens is that when you don't react, when you stay in the spirit, that activates the power of God. So I just want to put that out there. And today turned out to be a more beautiful day than I thought it would. And God is still blessing me. A lot of people say how good God is to them, but you know, I'm gonna go out here and try to be good to God and do things His way. Like I told you, people try to play both sides of the fence. You don't understand? God is sitting there looking at everything you do. So if you send out deception, that's what you're gonna get. If you send out love, true love, and forgiveness and all that, that's what's going to come back to you. So that was in my spiritual bank. And I needed that this morning. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was kind of fluttered a little bit. Don't get me lying, I ain't that spiritual. But everything worked out. It says everything works together for the good to love. Everything works together for the good to those who love God and who are called according to his purposes. For whom he foreknew, he also for he knew he all things work together for the good to those who love God and who are called according to his purposes. For who he foreknew, he also predestinated to be conformed into the image of his son. God's purpose is to conform you into Jesus, in the character of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not you doing it, it's God doing it. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is walk through the lesson. So walking through the lesson, more power, more glory, and we're going to be pressing right forward. So if nobody told you to love us today, I do. So let it be written, so let it be done.